to Chiro Hustle. Sit back and learn from the greatest influencers in the profession. This week's episode is brought to you by Imaging Services, ChiroThin, Chiro Moguls, Mahalo Wellness, Local Gold, Chiro Health USA, The Goodman Factor, Chiropractic Rocks, Winner's Edge, Accident Records, Chiro Tax Pro, Full Script, your online dispensary, Angela Pearson, author of I'm Not Contagious, and Digital Hustle. Let's hustle.
Hey guys, welcome to episode 169 of the Chiro Hustle podcast. I'm your co-host Luke Millette, and here's your host Jim Chester.
So today we had the opportunity of interviewing Dr. Tory Robson. If you want to know how to step into the arena and win every time with the right languaging, stay tuned. Episode 169, Chiro Hustle podcast. We have Dr. Tory Robson coming in. I'm really excited to have you. This is our second interview with you since we have launched the Chiro Hustle podcast. So welcome back to the second offering.
Great to be here. Love it.
So per our typical stance, we always ask, tell us your chiropractic story. But I think more importantly, we want you to share what makes you unique in the chiropractic marketplace. I know that you help a lot of chiropractors out there with your program, Winner's Edge.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll kind of give you the 30-second version. I grew up in Montana, Great Falls, Montana. I was going to go to school to become an architect, so I went to Montane State. So I started in the architecture program, and as I grew up next to an Air Force base. So there was an Air Force base, and they had fighter jets there. So I grew up with fighter jets flying over my house all the time. It just was part of my life. So after my first year of college, I went and I joined the Air Force, and I was in the Air Force full-time for a little while. Then I went part-time so I could go back to college full-time. So I'm back at Montana State going to college, and simultaneously I'm in the Air Force. And then something happened. I started dating a girl, and her name was Tory. T-O-R-I. Okay? And she was from a town called Billings, Montana. We were going to college in Bozeman, Montana. And after a while of hanging out, her parents came to town. Her parents came to town, and I will never forget this because it stands out in my mind so much. We went to like the Holiday Inn where the parents were staying. They came in town to like go to a football game or something like that at the university. And so we went over to the Holiday Inn to say hi and meet him, and they were going to take us out to dinner or something like that. And we walked in the hotel room, and she hugged her dad. Her mom was over in the distance, hi, honey, and that kind of thing. She hugged him, and then she immediately sat in a chair. And he went crunch. Then he made a couple more adjustments, and I stood there and I went, whoa, whoa. I mean, there was no conversation. It was just hug, adjust. That was the priority first. We'll get to the talking later. And over the course of that next day or two, I told him my back was bugging me, and he laid me on a futon couch in her crappy little birdhouse apartment in Bozeman, Montana, and he worked on my lower back, and I thought it was awesome. I said, wow, that was amazing. It looked like it was skilled. Okay, they were healthy, vital, active people, successful. You know what I mean? I grew up in a modest upbringing. And I just went, wow, that's really, really cool. He goes, well, you might want to think about doing that yourself. So I ended up switching my major. I ended up graduating in business. I got a minor in all the chemistry and sciences and all that. And I ended up getting my honorable discharge from the Air Force, and off to chiropractic college I went. And I knew I was going to be good at it. And the second I got there, I had found my home. I knew I was going to be good at it. College up to that point is like, oh, take this class, that class. But in chiro school, I realized it was all moving me towards what I really wanted to do. And that was be like a powerhouse chiropractor and a super highly skilled chiropractor. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people look at me, Tory, the consultant guy, the orange card guy, the Doberman guy, you know, the guy with the Winner's Edge thing and all that. But really, I'm like a serious hands-on skilled chiropractor first. You know what I'm saying? Like I do this stuff around the country and beyond for the UFC and UFC fighters. And I sit there and I tell people, if I have a big chiropractic event and I get the message that says you need to be in Dallas or New Jersey or Los Angeles or Las Vegas or Mexico City or Monterrey, Mexico or Abu Dhabi coming up in July, okay? I'm gone because I'm a chiropractor first. And then all the consulting and all the success awesomeness comes after that. So that's kind of, that got me from, up to that point in chiro school. And after that, I just opened up my brand new office right after graduation, designed my own office, signed a lease on Christmas Day, was up and running within 60 days of graduation in an office that I designed and had built myself, and then took off from there.
That's brilliant.
Down to the unique question. And it's weird because I get asked that a lot. I'm out to lunch with Bill Esteb. He goes, Tory, what drives you? Well, I don't know. Ask Tom Brady what he thinks makes him unique. I don't know. Call 20 of our people and ask them what makes me unique. Call a bunch of people who've been a part of other groups before they hung out with us and ask them. Blah, 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 blah. They're going to talk for an hour, okay? But I really think if I were to try to sum it up and be brief, what makes me and what makes our group unique in our mission of helping chiropractors start successfully, grow their practices if they've already been in practice a while, or if they've been in practice 44 years and they want to wind things up, what makes us unique in our level of success in this arena is my goals and drive and dedication to do that. I don't have any personal motives. I don't have any secret agendas. I'm not trying to be a poser. I'm not some dude who built a big practice in a strip mall and thinks now I can tell other people how to do it because I'm so awesome. You know what I mean? It's hilarious. Most people out there in the world of consulting, if they used my criteria, would never be consulting at all, okay? But people love to run around and think that they're great and try to tell other people what to do, and they're not very good at it. Just because you won a Super Bowl yourself doesn't mean you can coach any team to winning a Super Bowl. See, consulting is a completely different skill set. It almost has nothing to do with practice, actually. It's a completely different skill set, okay? The ability to take and coach and train and know what to say and what to do and irk people the right way and have a delivery system. And I focus on this so much in the science and the physics and the math behind and the psychology of how to work with people and chiropractors and their mindset and male and female and young and some that were poor or some that were started out rich, some with the drive and some that are weaker, all of that stuff. And my ability to get the person figured out. Okay, I know exactly what I'm doing with every person, like in almost every situation, okay? And I want to be nice to people, but I think most other people that are in my world don't. All right? And so it's so easy for me to show a chiropractor how to be more successful. It's as fast as I can open my mouth, grab a dry erase marker, or shake it out of my sleeve. Because the path to the top of the mountain is known, and when you really understand it well, there is like one way to do it. Oh, there's more than one way. No, there really isn't. There's variations of this one way, different flavors. Like I always say, you're the artist, but I'm the guy who's going to show you how to have a very successful art shop. But you're the artist. Okay, you might be a torque release, you might be a NUCA, you might be a Gonstetter diversified, Atlas orthogonal, whatever. Okay, none of that has anything to do with it. The principles behind operating a successful chiropractic office and becoming a successful man or woman, and in our world, the most successful chiropractor who ever lived in your area. See, at Winner's Edge, we want the complete blackout. We are not messing around here. We want every one of our members to be the most successful chiropractor who ever lived in their area, period. Okay, that's it. Okay, we want, it's like this. If we were a wrestling team, we want every single wrestler to win every single match, never give up a bad position, never give up a single point, pin every single opponent in every single match and duel, win the Big Ten title in every weight class without giving up a single point or even a single bad position, and then go and all become NCAA champions, and then all of them go become Olympic gold medalists, never giving up a position and never giving up a single point. A complete blackout of domination. So see, that's where my mind is. Okay, year after year, national championships and getting better. And so how do we do that? Through having a success delivery system and systems and procedures and money flow and promotion and marketing and staff training and team meetings and goal setting and all the different components we have in the system, okay, that will work for every single chiropractor. There's not a single chiropractor on earth that couldn't hang out with us and learn something that would completely probably change the course of their life. Now, I'm going to be talking a little bit big here, but I'm kind of to the point where I can't take it anymore. It's like Frank Lloyd Wright, the genius architect and arguably the greatest American architect who ever lived. He goes, I had to decide at a young age between being humble and lying or just flat out telling people that I'm a damn genius and that I'm the best and everybody else is a joke. Okay, that's his mentality. No, I'm not like Frank Lloyd Wright. I'm not like Nikola Tesla. I'm not like those people. I'm just a regular guy. I'm just an average guy who works hard, but I'm able to put in time and focus in my craft that probably nobody else in my field can do. I'm not married. I don't have any kids, okay? So my level of dedication to what I'm doing, I already know nobody can compete with me, okay? I love them. I care for them. They help people and all that, but they're not on the same level.
So jumping off that a little bit and without giving too much away, what are some...
I'll give away anything you want me to give away. You ask any secret about practice success, I will tell you anything that you want to know. I'm willing, another high level point, I'm willing to give away my best stuff. And I'm going to do that as much as I can before our call is done today, okay? Because I want people to leave us something useful. Who cares about me? Okay, the talking about Tory is done. Now we can work into, okay, let's get something that's valuable for anybody that might listen to this even for a few minutes, okay? All right. Sorry to interrupt you there, Luke.
What are some of the biggest wealth secrets you could give our listeners that maybe not even just for doctors, but that anybody could apply to their life?
All right. Listen carefully. Success is all in the setup. Setup scenario number one. Chiropractor graduates. They have $250,000 in student loans. They go out and they start their own practice. They hire an expert consultant and they really go to work and start to become profitable and start accelerating those student loans, get the practice paid for, okay, and they're on that vector. Scenario number two. This chiropractor, let's say it's a he, marries somebody while they're in chiropractic college who also happens to be a chiropractor. They graduate and decide they're going to practice together. They each have $250,000 in student loans. They get this practice started, and then somehow they decide it's time to start a family, and they have a child. So let's say the mom is not in the practice now. And now he is in the practice and has all of the responsibilities and obligations, including now $500,000 in just student loans. Do you have any idea what the odds are of that couple becoming wealthy? Almost zero. How do you buy a house? Where do you buy a house in that process? Where do you save up the money to buy any house that you'd ever want to live in when you already have a $500,000 mortgage on your life? But even with that scenario, there are the systems, and we have them, that will fix this. And I've got 20 DC couples in my group alone. We might have 21 or 22 now, actually. Married DC couples, and we start to go full on Winner's Edge with the money flow systems here, okay? And it will work like this. Here it is. Here's the formula for the chiropractor or anybody. Number one, you have to be giving money away. Auto giving money automatically through your online bill pay every month. We give money every month. It has to be automatic to something you believe in. I'm rescuing Dobermans and sending Bibles to Libya. Okay, it's automatic every month. So number one, these are the laws of money, not Tory talk. These are just the laws, the government. If I can't put any more seeds back in the field, well, how do I get any future harvest? See, these are laws. There's laws that govern the flow of money. Okay, so we're giving. That's step number one. And that can happen at any level of income, even if you can only give $10 a month. It's the principle. It's getting this architecture put in place. Number two, another law. This is one of the 16 laws of Napoleon Hill's famous book, The Laws of Success in 16 Lessons, which is the foundation book that he used to make Think and Grow Rich from back in 1923, 1928 timeframe. The Laws of Success in 16 Lessons. Okay. In fact, on the back cover of that book, which I don't have time to grab right now, it says, teaching for the first time in the history of the world, the true philosophy upon which all personal success is built. period. See, he just says it. One of the laws is this: the habit of saving. The habit of saving. Okay, and there's famous authors in the past that have said this: if a person cannot establish the habit of saving, then the seeds of greatness aren't even in them. And that's true, because if I can't hold on to a little money, if I can't lift a 30-pound weight, well, how am I ever going to lift the 35? If I can't handle the 30, I don't get the 35. So if you're collecting $30,000 a month and you want 35, and you're, taxes and this, and you're not saving, you haven't quite got to giving yet, you can't even handle what you already have perfectly. So therefore, there's no chance for you to go to the next level. It's so merciless. It's so unwavering, and you can't negotiate with these things. Okay, it's like saying, "Oh, once I'm stronger, then I'll lift weights more. Once I have more money, then I'll start saving." It doesn't work like that. Okay, once she loves me more, then I'll love her more. Okay, but people think like that. So the habit of saving. Now we save automatically every week. The chiropractor should be paid every week. Every week. One of many Winner's Edge secrets is this: small amounts weekly. You get paid every week. Automatic paycheck for the chiropractor, every other week for the team. You get paid every week. You want the money from the practice into your personal life as fast as you can get it. Speed, the flow, the velocity of money. That's why it's called its currency. It has current to it, and we want it flowing. Okay? So we get paid every week. Since we get paid every week, then we automatically save every week. So our auto savings is set up every week. And again, we have to start people many times with $10 a week. It doesn't matter. It's the system. It's that habit. It's in place. It's moving. It's in motion. Okay? And the 10 can turn to 20, 50, 100, 5,000, 10,000 a week, 20,000. You know what I mean? Okay, so we're auto giving. We're auto saving. Next, and we're auto paying ourselves every week. All right? Next, debt comes into play. Now, what we have to do, and we have a whole series of videos on this whole thing and how we draw this out. And you have the Dave Ramseys and the Susie Ormans and Transforming Debt into Wealth. And all of those are spin-offs off of a book called, I think it was called Money Matters or something like that, from 20 years before. But anyway, it's funny to hear people say debt snowball and accelerator margin. It's like, dude, you're just copying these things that came 20 years before you, okay? Just don't coin something as your own. But here at Winner's Edge, we have something that is our own that I've never seen anywhere in any financial anything when it comes to paying off debt. And I invented it by accident. I will go over it with you now. So when we have debt, okay, we're going to lay out our debt. We're going to confront this, okay? A chiropractor, how much is your student loan interest every month? I don't know. You don't know? We need to know how much your student loan interest is every single day, which is usually $30 to $40+ a day in student loan interest. But it wouldn't matter if it was a car, student loan, mortgage, or otherwise. Here's the procedure. We lay out our debts, okay, and of course we lay them out from smallest to largest. We have our bills on auto bill pay anytime we have a chance. We're auto saving, we're auto giving. Okay, now we got the universe knowing we put some back into the system. We're proving we can hold on to some, so now we can be trusted with larger dollar amounts. If you don't have that in place, you'll never collect any real money at all, okay, because you haven't even followed the rules that govern the flow of money to human beings, okay? Okay, so we have that. We auto give, we auto save. Now we're into the debt plan. And here's how it works. I'll be brief, okay? I was cruising along. I owed $128,000 on my student loans. Okay, this is back 96, 97. Fine. I'm paying on them for 8 or 9 years, $1,000 a month. I wasn't online with them. I wasn't on a website. I didn't have any passwords. I just figured I'm paying my $1,000 a month. I must be in good shape. I had someone say to me, Tory, what's your balance on your student loans? I don't know. It's probably down quite a bit because I've been paying $1,000 a month, okay, for 9 years, okay, 108 months or whatever it was. So I figured I'd knocked off 100,000. I thought of the 128, maybe I owe 30,000. I get online finally. I owe 123. And I was PISSED. That I didn't know, I didn't understand, I didn't realize how it was working, the interest working against me. And at that moment, 96, 97, I just said, I'm going to get this whole thing figured out. This is not that hard. I'm going to figure this out. And here's what I did. I took a business card, right? took a business card, like yay big. And I wrote on this business card, this is in my book, Money, Chiropractic, and You. And I wrote, pay some now. And I put it right here in the function keys of my computer. I slipped that in there so it was right in front of me, propped up just like this, right in front of me on the function keys. That's the problem with the Mac keyboards is you can't slide the whole thing in there. You got to modify it. There it is propped up there right now. Pay some now. And I made a payment every single day. In fact, I made 2 or 3 payments in the same day. I might wake up and go, I can send them $20. Okay, after lunch, hey, we collected okay today. Send them another $50. Next day, $100. Next day, running pretty thin, $10. Hey, good day. Had a case settle or something like that. I got it. Okay, $1,000. Plus the payment is automatic every single month. Had them paid off in 9 months. That was in January, and they were paid off by August. I made a payment every single day. Here's the secret. Listen carefully. If you ask, and this is why the other ones are such a joke, and they don't work for anybody except for the most extreme disciplined person that almost none of us are. I'm certainly not, okay? See, in every chiropractic scenario or any other scenario, there's only 2 problems. It's either a behavior problem or it's like a procedural problem, okay? I can tell you the procedure, but we have to get the behavioral element out of there. For example, let's say every time you earned interest on an investment, they just sent you the check and you had to send it back in to have it go back in. I'm just going to go buy a new suit. You know what I mean? If you're relying on my behavior to do something, no, it's got to be out of sight, out of mind, automated. Don't let me get my hands on it because I think money grows on trees. I'll just go spend it, go out. You know what I mean? So we got to get it automated here. So I automated the payment. And then, of course, I made a payment every single day that went into the system to bring the debt down. Okay? And it has to be as much out of sight as you can get it. You get the idea there. So the point is, they say, you take extra money at the end of the month and you pay it toward a debt. Nobody has any money at the end of the month. There's a law that governs this. Sometimes it gets referred to as Parkinson's law, and that is your income will always rise to match your expenses will always match to rise your income. It doesn't matter if you're making $300,000 a month or $30,000 a month. You know what I mean? There is no money at the end of the month. Okay? That's the problem. So we can't have a system that relies on somehow but here's what everybody does have. So if I say to someone, let's say they worked in my office and they had a modest income, and they will say, oh man, I wish I had an extra $100 every month. I wish I did. Just do this. Hey, Alicia, you got $2 on you? She'll go, oh, okay, yeah, I got $2. The next day, you got 50 cents? Yeah. Next day, you got $1? Yeah. Alicia, can I borrow $5? I promise I'll pay you back along with all the other change I've taken you. Well, okay. Next day, you got $1. The end of the month, she gave you $90 and never even knew it was gone because you just shaved that little bit off the top, that little bit of fluff money that every human being seems to have, okay? That's what we're going to use. We're going to take that little bit every day, that $10 or that 15 or the 20 or the 50 or a big day, 500, maybe 1,000, you know what I'm saying? And we're just going to shave those little bits off the top, out of your pocket, you know what I mean, that you know you won't really miss, and you'll be shocked at what it will do because the quicker you take bites out of a debt, the quicker the principal drops and the less interest accrues against you, and it accelerates in your favor, okay? So we call this the Winner's Edge Rapid Fire that I just did, and I didn't even know I'd done something special until people asked me how I paid them off so fast, okay? And I said, well, I just did this. And they went, wow, where'd you learn that? I don't know. I just got mad and said, pay some now, and I sent 1 or 2 whatever payments in every single day. And it just, and they were gone. And by the way, because I increased the speed of that money, okay, it caused a vacuum. It brought more money in, and I broke all my practice collection records because that's how money works. See, observe once again, and I'm not sure if I mentioned this with Jim or on past talks or not, but see, notice, money is controlled by banks. Banks control the currency. Water flows. The flow of the water is controlled by the banks, which control the current, you see, of the water. Where something is true in nature, it's true everywhere. Money is always flowing. And how we govern that flow and or have the ability to accelerate that flow or block the flow, which we can have, which we're talking about here. So in chiropractor land, you're only three things. You're a promoter and a marketer, number one. That's what you are. Okay, this is what students don't understand. Of course, the school doesn't tell them, because if they really knew they were going to graduate as a marketer, half the people wouldn't go to school. Okay, and then if you're any good at that, then you get people to come in, and you have to be a chiropractor and a business owner. Then if you're any good at that, you have money, and you have to become a businessman, a businesswoman. So you have to be great at all three. We understand that, so we attack all three. But the thing is, if you're not great at number three, nobody will come in the front end, and you'll think you have a new patient problem. I just need more new ones. Really? That's it, huh? No. Number one, we have to get all of your money flow working perfectly. Auto give, auto save, debt elimination under control, getting automatically paid weekly. And then, of course, in Winner's Edge, we automatically pay state and federal taxes weekly. Automatic. I'm current to right now. Automatic. Okay, today's Thursday. My state and federal tax deposit's already in automatically for the week. My taxes are current to the week. There's nothing monthly or quarterly. Are you kidding me? You have to take the negative charge off of this expense, especially as you start to earn more. So we get it set up where I get paid weekly. That triggers my taxes to be paid weekly. I save weekly. Car payments, of course, are always made weekly. You don't pay a car payment every month. You say it's $400 a month. You pay $150 a week. And you don't miss the 150, but you're paying quite a bit more every month, and the car pays off a year plus sooner, and you keep the car a little bit longer, and then you don't have to go your entire life with a car payment. You can go half of your life with a car payment, okay? Because you took little amounts weekly, okay? Versus at the end of the month, you got all this big stuff happening. We don't have any of that here. It's all equalized because of the flow of the chiropractor is so whatever that we can't have big swings in money. We got to get stuff handled quick with small amounts that seem easier, with faster velocity. See, the Winner's Edge chiropractor, their money is flowing 2 to 4 times faster than the regular whoever. And since the money is flowing faster, it causes a suction that pulls more money into the practice. It's mysterious, but it always works because it's a law of how money flows. Because money flowing is simply a physics law. Particles through a container, fluid dynamics. It's just the way it works. So we work with those laws versus trying to fight against them. Not to get long-winded there, but I was hoping that would be important.
That's super valuable. I'm learning a lot from this episode, so I'm sure
yes, you just hang with this and you will win. Okay? If you can just auto give, get it set, auto save. Okay, you got that set even with a small amount. Okay? Get your taxes all automated so you don't get all wound up about them. I pay right now $7,000 a week in federal tax deposits. That's just for starters. See, what if I had to pay every month or every 3 months? Are you kidding me? I would be so mad. But I just ignore it. It's just my 7, and then I owe beyond that, but that's what I have automated, okay? Every Thursday, $7,000 going to federal. Now, for a lot of people, they would look at that and go, whoa, okay? But for other people, only $7,000, okay? For some people, it's going to be $100,000 a month. Imagine being an NFL player. What does Tom Brady pay in tax? Okay, $1 million a month. Hope he has it automated. Okay, so we get it automated, you see? Automation is our secret weapon, and bill pay allows us to do that, to then cause more money to flow to us, because it has to be perfectly organized. It has to be much more organized than people think. See, one of the big problems out there in chiropractic is people think that the way they do it will work to get to the next level, and it never will, ever. My chiropractic survival and success guide that I gave away to everybody who wants it, over 11 or 1,200 chiropractors have got it now. And here it is. I've got all these chiropractors. I'm seeing 100 a week. I want to see 150. I'm seeing 2. I want to see 250. They don't realize, okay? And if you're a DC listening, you don't realize that what you're doing will never get to another level. It's not even in your brain. It's not in your consciousness. Your systems won't get there. You don't have the horsepower in the engine to push you to that speed, okay? Everything you're doing has to be broken down. It all has to be redone. Nothing will work anymore. Whatever works at 100 a week will never work at 200 a week, and will never work at 200 visits a day. It won't ever work. The way you handle money, collecting 15, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 a month, none of that, zero, none of it will work if you want to collect 1, 2, 3, 4, 500 a month. Okay? None of it will work. Here's the question you ask. Wouldn't it be interesting to see what a real high-powered multi-millionaire chiropractor does and how they handle money? Because if you saw it, you would be shocked at how simple it is. Okay? You open up my wallet, there's nothing in it. Driver's license, a couple car insurance cards, okay? I usually have anywhere from 2 to 5 vehicles. I'm down to 2 right now, ooh-wee, okay? All right, I got my goals, my Winner's Edge goal card, and I carry a couple Band-Aids, which always seem to save the day. Part of my military history. I used to carry a razor blade, but when I joined the Air Force and I had to lay all my stuff out when I got to basic training, and I had a razor blade in there, yeah, I got traumatized. What do you got a razor blade for, boy? You know what I mean? Oh, I never carried one since. But in other words, I'm saying simplicity. Very, few moving parts that can hold and handle a lot versus overly complex, too many moving parts that blow up under pressure.
You made it to Chiro Hustle. Sit back and learn from the greatest influencers in the profession. This week's episode is brought to you by Imaging Services, Chirothin, Chiro Moguls, Mahalo Wellness, Local Gold, Chiro Health USA, The Goodman Factor, Chiropractic Rocks, Winner's Edge, Accident Records, Chiro Tax Pro, Full Script, your online dispensary, Angela Pearson, author of I'm Not Contagious, and Digital Hustle. Let's hustle.
What are some ways doctors could increase their PVA while lowering their overhead?
All right, I'm going to tell you exactly. This is going to be one of the most valuable things any chiropractor has ever heard. See, there's a sticking point. People are starting care and then it tails off, and then you got to try to get them to continue. And there's a problem. I got to sit down and tell them they need to come in or talk about maintenance, or maybe I'll take another x-ray and then I'll reiterate how bad it is and then get them to stay, okay? See, at Winner's Edge, we get them to ask us. Early on, it might sound something like this. Well, if you like, Luke, I'll be happy to put together a plan to show you how to get better. Oh, Tory, that would be great. Oh, okay, great. Well, you asked for it, so you're going to get the truth. You asked me. So here's what we do. We have an initial plan. Now, of course, getting people to start care is hanging on the exam and what you're wearing and your handshake and your team and the validity and what you have for posters and the layout of your office and the quality of your skill and dexterity and how you pay attention and your bad breath and your dirty fingernails. All of this stuff comes into play. Okay. And by the way, the second a person sees you, in about 10 or 20 seconds, they already know whether or not they want to get care. Okay. What you say from there is either going to really ruin it or possibly save it. But people buy with their eyes. Another problem, they don't want to believe how much people really do buy with their eyes. Okay. They buy what they see. Okay. So we have to control. See, Winner's Edge, we control everything. We control everything they see, everything they hear, everything they smell, everything they touch, everything they feel is all controlled basically from the second they leave their house or office to come see you. When they walk in, they're going to see this, smell this, hear this, see this person, feel this, fill this out. Okay, when they're going to see certain things on the paper, they're going to go back, they're going to sit here. What's in front of them when they're sitting and waiting? Okay, we've got another one of our Winner's Edge secrets is we have all of our doctors get postgraduate credits from Harvard Medical School. Because you're a chiropractor, even a nurse, you can go to Harvard Medical School online and take little courses. And they give you a cool Harvard Medical School thing with your name on it and your little 1-credit thing for the course you took. Lifestyle medicine, atherosclerosis, whatever you want. And you have a couple of those on the wall. And the patient sits there and it says, Dr. Tory Robson, Harvard Medical School. And they go, oh. And of course, my degree allows me to get credits from any top medical school. But in a patient's mind, that's big because they buy what they see. So when I walk in and shake their hand and I sit there and those are right behind my head, strategically placed as I'm on a stool that's elevated. So my eyes are, of course, higher than my patient's because nobody wants to take advice from someone they're looking down at. And of course, I'm wearing the official chiropractic uniform, which has been strategically chosen based on wardrobe engineering and research done for decades on what to wear to get people to trust you. But that's a whole other training for another day. Okay? So we got to get the person started well and the care plan and how they pay and all that. And that's a topic for another time. But let's go into now, here's what you do. My PVA is, well, it's way over 100, but I didn't realize what I was doing. And then I finally had to kind of analyze and go, what do I really do? And I realized what I was doing, and it was this. Again, I was asking them a question. I was getting all my patients to tell me how often they want to keep coming in. I never had a conversation telling them what to do or what they needed, or you still got to take care of it now. I said this, and here's the line that it's one of our Winner's Edge, many things that we have here, but I'm just going to give it to everybody now. Here's what you say. You're crumpling up the paper and throwing it into the garbage in the corner as the person starts to get up off the table, and you say, you had it your way, Bill. How often would you go to the chiropractor? And don't say every day like most people do. Of course, around here, we all go every week now. What would you do? And they'll tell you. They will flat out tell you, I don't know, every week. Oh, I don't know, a couple times a month. Oh, maybe once a month. Great idea, Bill. God, that's good thinking, Bill. Oh, man, you're so smart. It works 100% of the time. And you know you're in trouble if someone says, oh, whenever it hurts, you know you've screwed up the last however many visits. But I'm going to back up here and I'm going to show you the technology behind what I said. What I said is, Bill, go to the chiropractor, go every week. Now you do. That's what I actually said, embedded into that sentence. I will emphasize those words now as I say it again. Bill, you had it your way. How often would you go to the chiropractor? And don't say every day like most people do. Of course, around here, we all go every week. Now, what would you do? Leadership. Talking in the direction you want people to go. Don't drop the dishes. No, you say, hold on tight. Hold tight. Don't look at the ditch. Look straight ahead. Eyes straight ahead. In the work I do with fighters, I have a chance to see and hear some things that are unbelievable. And these are high-level people, top people in the world. I've got several UFC champions, okay? All right? And I get to I'm in the locker room and ringside, in the cage, and all this kind of stuff, right? And I've heard some of the smartest things ever. One simple example, 2 rounds of a 3-round fight. Our fighter just got rattled, okay? Okay, he survived the storm. It's probably 1 round to 1 round. Now it's in the 3rd and final round to decide this fight. Huge money on the line, future contracts, the reputation, all of this stuff. Millions of people watching on a global scale, okay? And the coach said, and I tell you, I never forgot this. He said to the fighter's name in this particular time, his name was Kelvin. And he goes, Kelvin, are you going to win this fight? And he's like, oh, Kelvin, are you going to win this fight? And I'm holding on to the cage like this going, oh, you know what I mean? How did I get in this place? Who let me in? You know what I mean? What do I, you know? And he goes, yes, I'm going to win this fight. I'm going to win this fight. He got him to say it. And sure enough, he went out there and overhauled and won. Okay? Versus stop moving to the left. Stop doing this. See what's wrong with that language? You always have to talk in the direction that you want people to go. Once you start care, Luke, you're going to love it here. And as you begin to realize what a great decision you made to get care here, as I point to myself. See, people don't know what to say and they don't know how to say it. And so our communication and persuasion audios, what we call the yellow set, then we have the office visit talk set, which we call the black set, and now we have our table talk set. Those audios are the ones that teach the chiropractor exactly what to say and how to say it for every conceivable situation that's with the patient or even in public. That sounds like a lot of money, okay? I have to go talk to my husband. Or what about, you know what I mean? There's all the responses and language for all of these scenarios that once you learn how to say it, provide the leadership that allows you to help more people. So I'm going to go back to that line again. And it's, okay, and it's much more, okay, it's not a sloppy, bastardized version of what I said. See, it isn't if you want to do, it's you had it your way, not if you had it your way. I don't want to put an if in their mind. It's you had it your way. Assertive, declarative. You had it your way, Bill. And I can't let them talk. I have to interrupt them by steamrolling the question through because they might want to start to talk and I time distort. It's high level here. You had it your way, Bill. How often would you go? See, now listen, how often would you go to the chiropractor? That's an F. It's how often would you go to the chiropractor? See how subtle that is? See how I cause a little bit of a suspension there? How often would you go to the chiropractor? Because they're going along and it's like, oh, and then I distract them a little bit. And then I come in with what I really want them to hear. See, there's so much going on in people's minds and they're hearing and this, that they don't, it's noise. So you have to be very clear. Bill, you had it your way, Bill. How often would you go to the chiropractor? And now they're going to want to answer, but you can't let them. Okay, so your time distort again. Okay, and don't say every day like most people do. So you see what I did? Every day. I got them thinking every day like that's a lot, although people take medication every day. Okay, so why would they go to the chiropractor every day? People could get a little tune-up at the chiropractor every single day, easily, no problem. Okay, as long as you're not smashing on the same stuff every time. Just a fine little tune-up. Okay, maybe doing this one day and then checking the atlas and coming back on that low back. Then getting some extremities tuned up. You could easily tune people up every day if they have an active lifestyle. So we say that to expand, and then we come back and, okay, then I say what? Of course, we all go every week. Okay, not of course, okay? You had it your way, Bill. How often would you go to the chiropractor? And don't say every day like most people do. Of course, around here, we all go every week now. What would you do? Now listen to this. Go every week. Now what would you do? F, go every week now. What would you do? See, there's a period there in another word, but you say it like it's in the same sentence. Go every week now.
How often do you drill on something like this before one of your Winner's Edge students becomes proficient at this?
Oh, this is simple. It's one sentence. Everything that we have is very simple. The fewest number of words, the most graceful, the most enjoyable. It's as truthful as we can be. We want to be as honest and clear and perfectly truthful, okay? Anatomically, biologically, physiologically correct with anything we recommend or say, okay? Oh, we have a 1-year corrective care plan. You're not going to correct anything. You're correcting nothing. Corrective? What a stupid word. You're not correcting anything. Your spine is getting worse every day of your life until you die. And so are your teeth, and so is your hair, and so is your skin. You're not correcting anything. All we're doing is arresting and minimizing and slowing down what's going to happen inevitably anyway, okay? And in so doing, we hope people feel better, organ health, and that they live longer as a result of the chiropractic care. You're not correcting anything. What are these words? It doesn't even make sense, okay? Okay, and they already know nothing takes a year. For crying out loud, if I blow my knee out, a brand new ACL is 9 months. So what about this thing in my back is going to take a year? Whatever. This dinosaur stuff that still lingers today in the profession, okay, that does nothing to help the growth of the profession, I might add, because right now, fewer people as a percentage go to the chiropractor than did 20 years ago. Way to go, and it's 100% chiropractic's fault, because where's the chiropractic? Go on Instagram and tell me how long it takes you to find any chiropractic. You're going to find cupping, and look at our new shit that we've got here. And we've got this now, and we've got this in our office. And I'm going, where's the chiropractic? Where's the chiropractic? Find it. That's what people want. They're dying for chiropractic. They're dying to have a man or woman with skill who cares to say, let's make the best adjustments we can and watch what your body can do. We'll do them in a very smart sequence. And of course, we'll have some recommendations on how you can keep it good, because what a waste it would be to see it all go bad again. Honest, truth, straightforward. Okay? It's so beautiful and it resonates right now where people know, hey, there's a shakedown in the world. So people are sitting there going, okay, I got to find out who really cares about me and who has anything valuable for me. And in our world, it's us. That's why we've got chiropractors breaking records everywhere. 16 new ones in one day with one of our guys. 14 reports in one day for a brand new guy. 300 visits a week. 121,000 a month for one guy and a couple CAs all over the country. Why? Because people want someone to care and to give them something that's valuable. And it's not that difficult once you know what to do and you get uneducated from all the stuff that somehow ended up in your head from the dopey chiropractic college that got you all screwed up. Okay, but that's okay. We can fix you no matter how messed up you might be. All right, and give what people what they want. Okay, and they want to see a chiropractor that cares about them, lays it out truthfully, nice and fair with the fees and everything, and then can take care of them for the rest of their life.
Where can people go if they want to learn more about you or to buy your book, join your program? Where can people go?
Well, I often get called, I was mentioning this to Jim, the stealth consultant. I haven't heard about you. I know. Good. Okay, good. Because we only want those who want to win. Okay, we only want the top people. We only want those who want to be the best who ever lived in their area. Okay, I'm not out to be Mr. Popular and be at all the stuff. And, get me to talk on your stage. So let me kiss your ass so maybe you'll let me talk at your event. Oh, no. If you want to bring the big dogs, you call me. Okay, all right? Because I'm here taking care of my people, not out there trying to be popular. All right? There's a big difference between popular and hypey versus me sitting in the trenches. And if you saw my home command center, you would realize this is the command center of a serious person who cares about his clients. There's 3 huge screens here. I got 2 cameras. I got the soft boxes. I'm ready to go. I'm working 2 computers simultaneously because I got a client with one thing here and a client with one thing there. I mean, we are instantly accessible and we want to get the best information. And it's not that I'm so great, but the material is good. And the people in the group have answers to your questions and the resources we have. It's not just me. I just orchestrate the thing, right? Remember now, the head coach of the team, just, maybe the head coach gets some credit, but there's other people and the other players and the dynamic and the managers, and the owners of the team. There's all of these people that come into play to win. And that's what's happening here. I just happen to have that all set up for my people. Me, the other members, the younger members, the newer members, the multimillionaire experienced people to share with the younger ones. Okay, the resources, the contacts, the angles, the direct people to talk to, okay, for when you need something. It's all of the stuff that you need to get right now what you need to grow. Okay, there's no waiting. There's nothing you should ever have to wait for when you can have the answer now. What to say, what to do, who to call, the procedure to engage, the hours to have, what to say to the patient, where to get the x-ray machine, how to explain this, how to hire, how to get people trained, what CA does what, all of these things, okay? And so, but I'm easy to get a hold of, just WinnersEdgeConsulting.com, okay? I can get on the phone with any chiropractor any day that they want to talk to me, okay? Oh, you're so busy. I can talk with any chiropractor any day that they want to talk to me. Any one of my members can get a hold of me in seconds. They can get me on the phone anytime they need me. Instant access to the information through myself or other resources that they might need. Okay? And of course, to be a member here is less than what I used to pay to never even talk to somebody. I was in a group once. I never talked to, quote, the guy one time ever on the phone. Never even talked to him. Ever. Other groups I was in, not once ever did they say, Tory, how are those student loans coming along? Because they don't know what to do, but they don't have a solution. So they just talk about the report of findings and how to get new ones, and that's it. Okay, and then everybody falls over asleep after about 3 seminars where I've got people 10 years in, eager and excited and breaking records and on top of their game because we're just getting started here. We're barely shifting into second gear. Within my group, we have the high-level group called the Winner's Edge Guardians. Well, there's 3 groups above that. Okay, you're not going to outgrow us. Okay, like I outgrew every group I was a part of and sat around and go, I should be up there talking. Okay, so one of my main things is nobody outgrows us because the way we grow, us being on top of our game, years in, people are more excited than ever. Hardly anybody ever leaves. I'm knocking on wood, right? But hardly anybody leaves. And if they leave, their last year with us will be the best year they had because nobody leaves and then grows. And if they do, it's because of what they learned here. Because they auto-gave, auto-saved, learned how to re-sign people with the re-sign language. They're using our goal and stat system. They're using our team meeting agenda. They got the CAs trained. They've got a floor plan that I drew. Okay, the best floor plans in chiropractic today. So whatever success they have, as far as we're concerned, it's going to be sourced from us anyway, even if somebody were to leave. And it's okay if they do. We love all chiropractors, okay? But we just want to take care of the ones that do want to hang in our group as much as possible.
Well, Dr. Tory, this has been one of the most valuable episodes I think we've done. And we
haven't even got past question number 2 here.
I know, but we're pretty much at the end of our time.
I mean, I'm used to doing 6 or 30-hour things.
Well,
okay? But okay, I might. If how much time do we have here? 60 seconds, 120 seconds. What do we have for time?
We have 1 minute.
We have 1 minute. So once again, We want to get people to continue care. So you had it your way. How often would you go to the chiropractor? Don't say every day like most people do. Of course, around here, we all go every week. Now, what would you do? Start to use that right away with your patients, and they're going to tell you how often they want to keep coming in. And then you're able to immediately go into a nice wellness program, a block of 12, 26, 52, 104, and get them in because they told you how often they want to keep coming in, and they'll tend to be consistent with that, okay? So if we dress sharp, okay, we've got our good layout, really nice team, okay? We get our scripting down, and we realize that you will only grow to the level of your treatment time. So if you want to grow your practice, your average time has to come down, period. You don't have extra time. You think you do. I know you have a 30-minute block where there's nobody there, but it doesn't matter. You'll only grow to the level of how fast you can see, say, 5 or 10 people when they walk in at the same time. Last thing I'll finish on is this. We call it 5 and 15. If you have a new patient ready to go, a report comes in late, they're ready to go. A regular office visit with a re-exam, and an office visit you need to use that re-sign language with. You have all 5 people. Those are the only 5 people that come in. New patient report, office visit, re-exam, re-sign. They're all 5 standing there hovering over the front desk. How long would it take you to see all 5? If you can't do it in 15 minutes, you'll never really be a big player because you're too slow, cumbersome. Your dopey technique that you think takes extra time, okay, isn't special, okay, at all. You'd be better off doing something different and seeing and helping twice as many people, okay? I asked, so you're saying you want to help fewer people? I need to spend 10 minutes a patient. So you're saying you want to help fewer people? That's what you're telling me. You know what I mean? Isn't it weird? Okay, so we want to make sure that in all elements of practice success, the more we get down, the more we're set up so we can just go in and we automatically do a beautiful job. And the stuff we're just doing every day makes it so like marketing or promotion, we just might do to support whoever is the one selling it to us, okay, or something along those lines. And then with our money flow and the debt reduces and we talk about houses and how to buy cars and all this, hey, you live a victorious chiropractic power life that allows you to share with other people, men, women, chiropractors and otherwise, as a beautiful example of how to win by being great at what you do in and out of the office.
Super valuable stuff. Yeah, we might have to do some follow-up interviews to make sure.
Whatever you want. I'm here to serve. You ask, I show up. I want to help as many people as I can. Okay, and like I flat out said, whatever you have for a question, I will share with you. I won't like tell you one thing. I'm only going to, my members know we're okay with giving away some of our best stuff. Okay, I'm willing to give away a free office visit to my patients to give them a chance to see why people love us so much. Look at the radio. Do you think they put the crappy song on there? And if you like that, then maybe you'll go down and buy the good one. No, they put their best song on there. That's the way the world works. Okay. The ice cream place says, here's our best ice cream. Take a scoop. Take a little scoop of it. Maybe you'll buy a couple scoops or a gallon. It's you kind of have to, you know what I mean? Especially in this world where you're touching people and you're interacting. So we've got to be willing to give. See how we have to talk about giving money. Well, all I have to give in consultant land is give information. I'm willing to give some, right? Because I know that's the key for any harvest to come back to me. I know how the rules work. And I want to share and I want to be valuable. The whole thing for chiropractors is you want to be as valuable as you can be as a human being. I'm valuable, okay? I'll have some fighters maybe show up at one of our events and they'll say, why do you hang out with Tory? You're in California, he's here. And they say this, I just like it when he's around. Wow, thank you. But I sit there and go, damn right, because I'm blank and valuable, okay? I know things, I'm useful, I'm on time, I'm prepared, I take care of myself, I've got a winning attitude and energy that's good for the whole team or whoever the situation is. You're damn right I'm valuable. I've spent my whole life trying to be valuable, okay? And when I'm done with this call, I'm going to try to be valuable to as many more people as I can, okay? And then we're going to rock and roll heading into this weekend and beyond, okay? So be valuable, and that's the name of the game. People will naturally want to be around you the more valuable you are. Like you guys are being valuable right now, and you know it. By bringing good people on, and I look at the people you have, incredible. You're out to be valuable, and people know it. And that's why you'll continue to grow and reach more and more until you have thousands and thousands and thousands of chiropractors that are relying on Chiro Hustle as a source for information because you're being valuable. And they can listen to this for free. Okay, are you kidding me? They should be sending you money, okay? But everybody wants, give me free stuff, and they don't give jack, okay? So I encourage chiropractors to give more, give as far as your charity and all that kind of stuff goes, but be willing to give a little more, personally and professionally, because that's what guarantees the flow back to you, because that's the way the game works.
Amazing. thank you so much for being our guest today. We will reach out and try to get something else going. So
we can do a series. We can do anything you like. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fantastic.
Well, enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
And thank you for
I got a couple things to do here. Then I've got a couple of very aggressive Dobermans that need some special attention. We'll have to do one and get them on here, and you'll see the whole Winner's Edge attitude.
We love dogs.
Yeah, exactly. And so my guard dogs are the official, as far as I'm concerned, guard dogs of the chiropractic profession because of what they stand for. Unwavering loyalty, dedication, devotion, okay? They'll stand by your side through anything. They'll protect you with their life. They're unbelievable physical specimens, okay? And they literally are nothing to blank with, okay? But yet at the same time, when you kick back on the couch, they've got their head on your lap and they love you more than any human being could because it's genuine.
I'm speechless.
Well, we will schedule you for the next interview, and we appreciate
whenever you want.
Sharing so much today.
Whatever works for you is a priority for me.
Great.
All right, thank you. Later.
Thank you, Tory.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to Chiro Hustle. Don't forget to subscribe and check back next week to continue hustling.